Warning, the following video contains spoilers for Season 1 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Proceed at your own risk.
Greetings.
Hi.
Welcome back to the channel if you are a returning viewer or subscriber. If you've just stumbled upon the channel, as some people have said, or you've been referred by a friend or whatever, thank you for visiting. Whatever the case may be, thank you for watching this video. You are here to watch us watch Episode 6, the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But before we get to that, we want to give you a little bit of information. We're going to keep this short, we promise. If you're watching during the premiere, you can chat with us. Look to my left, screen right, there's a little thing that says Show Chat. Click it, it'll drop down the chat. You can say hello or you can talk about what's going on in the episode. And how do they find that if they're on a mobile device such as a cell phone or a tablet?
Live chat will appear directly below the video. You can just click on it, it opens up, chat away.
And of course, you can always use the comment section as well. We just ask that if you're using either of these methods of communication, that you please be respectful to your fellow YouTubers. That includes us. As always, we encourage you, if you enjoy the video, or you enjoy the channel, or you enjoy us as hosts, again, sounds odd, of this channel, then please do us a favor. Don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Okay, with that said, if you're here to watch this video, we assume that you're caught up with the show. You know what's going on. We're not going to bother with a recap. We're just going to get right to it because we're very excited. So let's watch the Season 1 finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You can sing along with us. The lyrics will be on the screen below. Last time this season, this is the proud theme for Marvel fans. Cheer for Bucky, Sam, and Spider-Man. Thwip. Bruce Scott, Necklin, Bart, and don't forget the mighty Thor. Carol, Vision, Wanda, let's all shout Excelsior! Let's assemble now, fans, hats off to Stan. Thank you, Stan. That's interesting. Clearly there's some sort of official designation for them, and now we see Bucky being saluted by soldiers. Well, not saluted, but they're recognizing Sergeant Barnes. Like, they clearly have some sort of official capacity.
Right. Just
because it hasn't been shown or told to us doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Now we see that they actually have some sort of official, like, hey, superhero guy, nice to see you.
Right.
So that fills in one of the blanks.
Me. Sure, what the hell are you doing here?
Same face mask disguise thing that Natasha wore in the finale of The Winter Soldier when she posed as one of the council members. Right. She did that kind of like Mission Impossible kind of mask reveal. Cool to see Sharon, but again, so many questions about her.
Holy.
Oh, hell yes. That is an awesome suit.
Yes.
You don't think I ever fought for something bigger than myself? That's all I ever tried to do.
Yeah, he fought in World War II, kid. I would have just led with that. I fought in WW2. What are you doing besides blowing up innocent people in the bottoms of buildings? Okay, nice talking to you.
I don't know that I want to get in
Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea.
Well, especially now.
Yeah. You have a shield for a reason, Sam. Maybe use it? I don't know.
Wow.
That was... yikes.
Brutal?
Seems a little excessive, maybe? And it brings up the same kind of subject that we were talking about before. Did Nico deserve to get murdered when he's pleading for mercy? Did that guy deserve to have, like, it looked like his skin melted off of his head? I mean, the way they treat stuff like that, honestly, it seems a little cavalier.
Yeah.
It seems a little like, oh, that guy melted. Bye, guy. Like, it brings up those questions. Is this excessive?
Yeah.
Should we be so cavalier and so just kind of casual about some guy's skin all melting off? does the punishment fit the crime? It's those kind of things that these scenes make me think about. And it's like, I know it's just a comic book show, but
well,
these are questions.
These are valid
that I think,
questions.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a new one.
Awesome.
That was pretty badass. I'm not the biggest fan of Henry Jackman's music. His music never speaks to me the way someone like John Williams or James Horner or James Newton Howard or Jerry Goldsmith or Christopher Young, Danny Elfman. But he has come up with some themes, like the Falcon theme, instantly recognizable.
Yeah.
And it's nice that there's a composer working in Hollywood still that writes motifs and themes and uses them when they're appropriate in scoring. Because a lot of scoring nowadays is just kind of generic, wall-to-wall sound, wall-to-wall, not themes, just tonal, kind of ambiguous shapes that you can't recall when you leave the theater and you're like, well, I wish I could remember the theme of that movie, but it kind of didn't have one. I'm not a huge fan of that type of film scoring. I love film scoring that gives characters and ideas and situations motifs and brings them back when necessary or when called for or when appropriate. And it is really nice that Henry Jackman wrote the theme for Winter Soldier and then said, you know what, I got it, I'm going to use it. He got Red Wing back.
Worst case scenario, we kill the hostages.
Wow, that was awesome.
That is a strong suit.
That's so cool.
Light it up.
She's just awful at this point. There was another comment online that said something to the extent of, people have more compassion for Carly than they do for Walker. Maybe some people do. That's not necessarily the case for us. We keep saying she keeps pushing the line further and further. She keeps becoming more of a monster. She's in some ways a mirror image of Walker.
Yeah.
Not a spitting image, mirror image, but their story is kind of going in the same direction.
Yeah.
They do have goodness in them. You can tell. I mean, she's doing it out of compassion for everyone that's in the position she was put in. So there is goodness in that. But like Sam said, I agree with your fight. I don't agree with the way you're fighting it.
Right. Kind of got lost along the way.
Yeah, and then when you get to a point where you've pushed the line so far that the line is a dot to you, that it's almost impossible to see where the line was. To see, how do I go back to who I was?
Right.
Morgenthau!
It'd be kind of funny if she kicked it and it would have just fallen apart because he made it at home. And he would have been like, oh.
Credits. Jesus. Wow.
That is some arm.
Yeah.
That's a powerful image. Looking at that metal and hearing it sounds almost like gunshots.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't kill Bucky.
Come on, Walker.
Do the right thing, dude. Go after the truck. You said you wanted to do one thing right. Good man. Oh no, it's not going to kill Walker, is it? That would be horrifying. Yeah.
Little help.
Oh, he's got 2 Red Wings.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's Captain America.
Nice.
Good luck. Flag Smashers. Interesting to see the three of them working together now.
Yeah.
Come back and work for me again. All of you. We can make a difference together.
She is the power broker.
As super soldiers, how much power does a power broker already have?
There you go.
I could have just waited for that.
I don't do blackmail.
She wasn't wearing a vest.
Carly.
Very cool that he's dodging.
No.
Wow. There's a lot you could read into that line. Stay down.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Good writing.
Yeah.
Mercy bears richer fruit than strict justice.
It's a great app.
That seemed way too easy. Once again, Sam's actions speak volumes to his character.
Yes.
The fact that he didn't want to fight her. The
Right.
fact that he was just protecting himself as he kept backing away.
Yeah. He even verbally told her.
There's a reason why he's wearing that suit.
Yeah.
He told her and Walker in previous
Yes.
episodes, we don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anybody else to get hurt. Like,
Right.
he keeps saying it.
You have to stop calling them terrorists. What else would we call them?
Wow. It's a little heavy-handed, but he's making a really valid point in the eyes of a lot of viewers and a lot of people who are watching.
Yeah.
These labels, terrorist, refugee, thug, they're often used to get around the question why. For once, all the people who've been begging, and I mean literally begging for you to feel how hard any given day is, now you know. You just don't understand. I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? Every time I pick this thing up, I know there are millions of people out there who are going to hate me for it. Wow. And there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here. No super serum, no blonde hair or blue eyes. Who's in the room with you when you're making those decisions? Is it the people you're going to impact? Or is it just more people like you?
That was one hell of a speech.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was texting, and so all I heard was the black guy at Star Wars.
So Walker just kind of like disappeared into the crowd. That felt a little bit anticlimactic. There might be more to that later.
Maybe.
But I feel like there's a conversation that
Yeah.
needs to happen between the three of them.
Well, yeah.
Hey, we're sorry we had to like shatter your arm completely to get the
Right.
shield away.
Yeah. There was
Do you have anything you would
unspoken-
like to say? Ooh, did not see that coming.
There were no suspects in the bombing.
That's
Did he
who it,
orchestrate
that's who
it?
it was. It was his. Remember the guy that greeted him at the plane?
Oh.
Because I was looking at him and I was like, he looks
looks
really
familiar.
familiar,
Yeah.
but why do I know?
No, I'm kidding. I didn't. Or did I? No, this is more like it.
U.S. agent.
We're gonna need a U.S. agent.
You've gone a long way in this episode towards redeeming yourself. I strongly suggest you find a good therapist. That's not judgment. That's just, it will help. Oh, man.
Yeah. He was murdered by a Winter Soldier. And that was me. I didn't have a choice.
I hope you explained to him why he didn't have
Yeah.
a choice.
I hope more went into it.
I heard the GRC was standing down on those plans of theirs. Black Captain America, huh?
Damn right.
Is it him?
Thanks.
Now they'll never forget what you did for this country. Never.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that they changed the title.
We'd like to offer you a full pardon.
It would be my honor.
Welcome home, Agent Carter.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like,
Full access to government secrets, prototype weapons, you name it. Should be something for everyone.
Oh,
that's
Sharon.
not good. I don't like that.
Oh, boy. Falcon. Or should I say, Captain America. There's episode 6, season 1 finale of Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
A lot of great points made in this final episode. A very packed final episode. It was shorter than some of the episodes that preceded it, which I found a little bit surprising. And to me, I feel like the episode should have had a little more breathing room. I think it should have been a little longer, a little more spaced out, because there's a lot of stuff that just wrapped up so quickly.
Right.
And I'm not going to say it's bad that it did. It's just for my taste, I would have preferred that things would have been a little more drawn out. There would have been a little more suspense, a little more dialogue between characters. Like I said, between Walker, Sam, and Bucky. I feel like that's a conversation that really needed to happen. It did not. Maybe it will in the future. I don't know. But for my taste, I would have liked to have seen that. The Isaiah Bradley stuff.
Incredible.
I mean, like,
yeah,
just talking about it is like, that man got something he never thought he would receive.
Right.
And that was, I can barely speak.
Yeah.
Like, it's, to me, it's that powerful. Great writing. It's really disappointing to see Sharon do what she did, the last thing we saw.
Agreed.
Maybe she's going to be setting two sides against each other to, like, weed out all the villains, quote unquote.
Well, and, you know, she has the Carter name, so that always stood for doing the good thing, the right thing, being on the right side of justice.
No good villain thinks they're a villain.
Right.
They, from their point of view, what they're doing is just and right, and the smart choice, the logical choice, the only choice. In their eyes, it's justified. There's been a lot of talk in the comment section about, were some of these characters' choices justified? And then that brings us back to Walker. I don't think murdering Nico was justified. A lot of people out there clearly do.
Right.
And say, well, I could see myself doing it if I was in his position. Okay. To me, I could see myself doing it if somebody hurt or killed someone that I love, but it still doesn't make it a justifiable choice or the right choice, in my opinion.
Right.
Having said that, they're taking steps, and they definitely took steps in this episode to kind of move Walker towards redemption. It will be interesting to see which side of the, you know, line he falls on, which again, of course, depends on perspective and is subjective. It's great to see that Walker is taking steps towards redemption. Someone had commented about that, saying, do you think that Walker is beyond redemption? No.
No.
I never said that. I just didn't like a lot of the choices he made. And people have said, really, you're going to come down on him because of the siren thing? Yeah. Like, we both thought it was a cocky, arrogant thing to do. I didn't say it makes him the worst person on earth. I just said it's a dislikable choice.
Right.
But a lot of what he did in this episode makes you feel like, okay, I'm rooting for this guy. I want him to succeed. I want him to see he made some mistakes.
Right.
But it's not impossible to redeem yourself. It's a tragic thing to see characters or people in real life who are consumed by their own demons to the point of being unable to bring them back from the brink or being unable to bring them back. I said in the last episode, and I've said in the comments, I feel compassion for him.
Yeah.
He's damaged by his experiences. That is completely tragic, and it's something that I think a lot of people should and do feel compassion, empathy, and sympathy for. I do feel sympathetic towards him. It's just when he keeps making the wrong choices, it makes you feel like, dude, please choose the right thing. I really had a problem with seeing Walker having the shield. Not because I thought he was a horrible person, but a lot of the choices that he made, again, as the show went on, made me feel like, dude, he is not the right guy to have the shield.
Right.
He's just not. Even if he has a good heart, he's got a lot of baggage. Just like Bucky has a lot of baggage.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted Bucky to have the shield either.
Yeah.
I would have said, you're working your way, but you're still not the man that Sam is at heart.
Right.
The Lincoln quote that Walker used, I've always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. I had said that in a lot of the exchanges with people, that Walker could have shown Nico mercy.
Yes.
He didn't.
Right.
He chose a sort of vigilante justice, even though I don't think it's just.
No.
There's a lot of people that do. We are entitled to disagree.
Yeah.
Totally cool. In my eyes, it's nice to see that he made the choices that he did in this episode.
Yes,
Nobody was
definitely.
killed. He didn't strangle or, try to kill anybody, it seemed. He was just fending them off. He rescued the hostages. Like, he's definitely gone a long way, at least in my eyes. It's like, this is what we wanted to see. This is what we've wanted to see from the beginning, instead of you losing your temper and, threatening people and making choices that are like, dude, like, I get that you have a good heart and you want to do the right thing. You have a wife. She seems like a wonderful character and a wonderful person. So there must be really great qualities inside you. Make better choices.
Yeah.
And again, even that is subjective. What we think are better choices, other people might not think are. And there's a lot of people that have said, I would have done the same thing. I would have killed them all. Well, the speech Sam gave at the end, the whole, you start throwing around labels like thug and terrorist, and shows you that everything is not as easy as we think it is to judge. On that note, I myself, because I've been taken to task by some viewers who came at me because of my attitude towards Sam when he gave up the shield, I've been accused of being things that I really don't feel like I am. People have said things about my judgment, saying that, well, you're coming at that because you are a racist or whatever. And I'm like, wow.
That's a really harsh thing to say to somebody.
I can argue in my defense all that I want in these videos. A lot of the people watching don't know me.
Right.
So they don't know the kind of man I am. I said what I did because I knew that Sam was the choice, as he proved. And I knew that Steve knew it. And not saying Steve's perfect or infallible, but if Steve trusted in Sam enough from working with him, from seeing everything he did, to spend the rest of his life with Peggy, come back an old man and be basically like, I can't do this anymore, it's yours. I feel like, again, Sam, you could have just waited. Having said that, I apologize if I offended anyone with some of the things I said. Maybe I was reacting out of emotion, which I have been known to do from time to time. But I can only assure you that it doesn't come from a nefarious place.
Right.
People are going to decide what they want to decide about me. There's nothing I can really do about that.
And we're all learning and we're growing and understanding the show, the characters, the intent, the history, all of that. And so opinions change and thoughts change, and that's as time goes on, and that's good. That's what we're supposed to do as a human being. And
that's another thing that I think I would say I was wrong to say some of the things that I said. Someone said you called someone names or whatever. Actually, a few people have said that. It's not because I honestly believe that they're stupid and worthless or whatever.
Right.
Even though I didn't call anyone worthless. It's more like when someone I know might say, oh, you dummy. They don't actually think I'm dumb.
Right.
They don't actually think I'm stupid. They're saying it in a, I love you, but that was a dumb choice. And even Sam acknowledged in a few lines, I made a mistake giving up the shield. Now, he's not responsible for Walker because he gave up the shield. A lot of things happened in between to get to that point. But even he acknowledged it was a mistake.
Right, and you're just frustrated as a viewer watching this because you see the potential and you see...
And I root for Sam.
Right.
I love Sam.
You see what's probably going to happen down the line, and you just want it to happen faster.
You were with me when we watched Winter Soldier the first time. I was like, oh, Falcon! I was stoked for Falcon. Every single one of the characters in the show was very well written, clearly drawn. You understand what they're fighting for, their motivations, who they are as a person. You might be like, don't do that, but a lot came out of this last episode. Sam's speech at the end
was incredible.
Makes me think about some of the choices I've made and some of the things that I said. That's why I felt like I should apologize and say I was wrong with some of the things that I said, because it gave off an impression of thinking one thing when I think maybe I should have been a little more eloquent in what I said so that people wouldn't get the wrong idea. I've tried to go back and clear those things up. People, again, are going to think what they want. We hope you will find it in your heart to forgive some of the mistakes that I've made along the way, some of the words that I've used. I don't think I've used anything that was too horrible, but it offended some people. And again, from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. Nobody's perfect. I certainly don't think I am. It's not that I'm judging someone without walking in their shoes. It's just I see what they do, and it makes me feel like, dude, really? Or Carly, really? It's not that I can't see things from their side. It's just, it's not the choice I would make. I understand that they made their choices.
Yes.
Doesn't mean I have to agree with them. It doesn't mean I have to think they're good choices.
That's why it's your opinion.
It doesn't mean I don't like them as a person, or I don't like their race or whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. Please just bear that in mind as well, please.
I really loved Sam's speech. I thought it was incredibly well written. The speech went on for a long time, and I think it was like, he said so many things that to me was just like almost telling the audience, do you get it? Like,
well,
do you understand?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the point of the speech.
Right. It pertains to so much that has been going on in our country recently, in the past, etc. The name of the episode was One World, One People, which is, I know, what Carly and her group of people said, but you can flip it from how they used it to, we are one world, we are one people, we are all in this together. We need to not be fighting. We need to come together. We need to have an understanding. And yes, we have differences, and there's different ways people look at things, but you know, overall, we're all the same.
On the other side of things, there are a lot of people who feel like America needs to take care of America and we don't care about the rest of the world. There's a lot of people that feel like it's national interests first and the rest of the world be damned. I'm not saying I agree with that. I think the reality is somewhere in the middle between the two.
Absolutely.
But we are all human beings when it boils down to it. We all have feelings. We all have points of view. We all have opinions. Just as we've discovered in this comment section, there are people that feel very strongly, just as we do. And I've tried to be respectful, and I've tried to have dialogues with people about it. Some of the comments that I don't respond to are the ones that are very negative in tone, even including some of the ones that, you know, have called me out. I've heard what you're saying, but I'm choosing not to respond to the comment because of the way it's been phrased. It's like, I feel like you're coming at this from a point of attack rather than discussion. Yeah, and I don't find that anything beneficial comes from that. No. So instead of addressing it in the comments, that's why I chose to address it here. Yeah. Hopefully people will understand and respect that. If they don't, I can't change anybody's mind. You're gonna think what you want to think. If you want to think I'm a bad dude, you're gonna think that I'm a bad dude. No matter what I say, that's not gonna change. But I know the kind of person I am. I don't need other people to define me. Like Sam said to Bucky, I can define myself and know the kind of heart I have and know the things that I've done in the world.
Yes.
It's not going to change anybody's mind.
No.
All of that said, great show.
Yes.
I absolutely loved it. I'm sure people are going to ask, because people go down these roads online, which one did you like better? WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier? Well,
both shows are so different.
Right. So I would say it's very difficult for me to say which I preferred, just because they are so different and they both speak to universal truths. They both dealt with PTSD to a degree. Wanda's dealt more about grief and love. This one dealt more with what can happen to people, I think, when PTSD goes mismanaged. When you allow your grief to become a darkness that consumes you. A lot of fiction, a lot of genre work has dealt with that sort of thing. These are great topics to mine, and the writers did it beautifully.
Yes.
And I would say I love them both equally for different reasons. Next up, I think, is Loki, if I'm not mistaken, and then move on to What If and all the other stuff that's coming down the road, especially Star Wars. Everybody knows I am a huge Star Wars fan.
What?
But as I said, I'm also a huge Star Trek fan. I'm just a genre fan in general. Very passionate about a lot of genre stuff. Horror, Indiana Jones, Star Trek, Star Wars. Both Marvel and DC, although I tend to love Marvel a little more. So we have a variety of genre interests, and we'll try to cover as much stuff as we can. To wrap it up, we do thank you for sticking with us throughout this journey. We appreciate all of the amazing conversations that the show has led to. We thank you all for all the subscriptions, all the watches, all the likes, all the clicks. All of it does really mean a lot to us because we do put a lot of time into this. As you can tell, this discussion is probably like 20 minutes long, but I think these are all worthy discussions to have. And I think it's important for us to show that we are human. We are not perfect.
No.
We say and do things that we regret, and all we can do is
move on,
make amends, and ask for forgiveness, and try to be better next time.
That's right.
It goes in the data bank.
Right.
I'll try to remember it for the future. I'll try to be a better person tomorrow than I was today. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to please
like and subscribe.
And we will be back with you very soon with a tasting that has been weeks in the making. It's a marathon tasting. Hopefully you will come back to watch that.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be back with us whenever we return with more reactions. It's going to be a little bit of time. Again, we're very sorry, but hopefully it will be worth the wait. In the meantime, please stay healthy and happy.
Yes.
Please take care of yourself and your loved ones. Just keep on being the great you that you're trying to be now. Right. And we appreciate everything. And as I said before, Excelsior.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Push this little drop-down thing on my right, which is no. We're gonna pride. We're gonna pride. Let's watch the series. As long as I can do it. Bless you. Paying homage to the suit that he wore in the comics when he was Captain America. But why can't they give these guys full head helmets? I know he has this shield, but wouldn't it be important to protect the top of his head from like a sniper that might be on one of those roofs that we see? I mean, like they can shoot from those rooftops and take the top of his head off. Riggs could do it in Lethal Weapon, and he was just Riggs. I mean, what if one of these super soldiers is up there with a sniper? It's nitpicky, I know, but like, protect their heads. Did that guy depend to, or someone commented on this, on what, someone making the suit, having,
This is where you slow down the footage.
Is this the Fixing the Boat music part 2?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about doing another season. We'll put in the part from before and then go back to this. I love that I saw it less than like 10 minutes ago and I can't remember.
What happened?
Say that again.
Both.
I swear I hooked out once.
Yeah.
It really happened. Rawr.
Yeah.
Simpsons reference. We love The Simpsons.